Hello, spider friends, and we're doing a spider video. So, very strange. Pedro needs an enclosure upgrade. It's very odd. Pedro is my Bumba cabocla. He's a Brazilian redhead. This is him, and you see him on the side of the enclosure. This is so strange for me because the entire time I've had Pedro, apart from maybe the first few weeks that I had him, he's been a pet hole. The entire time he's lived under the substrate. And when I first got him, he was this size. This is Ralph, who is the exact same age as Pedro. That's how slow growing Brachypelma hamoris are. This spider and this spider are the same age. Okay? But we're just going to take the lid off. I hope he doesn't run away. So you can see how pretty he is. Oh, he's run away. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, so the entire time I've had Pedro, he's been a pet hole. And he's started coming out now, and he's bigger than Martel, my Brachypelma bomi. He's actually now the same size as Momo, my formerly Brachypelma albipilosum true form curly hair, now Toledo cattle albipilosum. So yeah, he needs an enclosure upgrade. He's going to have to go to like the next size up. Luckily, I have some already, but they've run out of substrate. So I'm going to have to go get another cocoa fibre brick from the pet shop, and excuse me for burping. I was very thirsty, so I just chugged like a whole can of Fanta, which is probably not that great, but there you go. So yeah, Pedro needs an upgrade, and I'm going to have to get that sorted this week. In other news, this is my Davus pantaloris, Dean Tavaloris. Here he is, trying to get a good shot that's not as reflecty, particularly so that his aunties what bought him me can see him. He sealed himself away in this corner of his enclosure, and yesterday he shed, which I'd been expecting for a while. His butt was huge, and he has finally shed, so he's probably going to be hungry soon, because he hasn't eaten in a while. Luckily for him, there's a dubia roach rolling around in there from before that I've not been able to catch ever since that, like, I've had him basically, and I fed him the dubia roach and he didn't eat it. And the dubia roach keeps hiding, and I don't want to dig through all the substrate to get it, so I've just sort of left it in there, and it's left him alone. Hopefully he'll eat it. But yeah, here's the molt. So it's pretty good molt. Not going to be sexable though, because the abdomen is destroyed. Totes destroyed. But I did get this when it was very fresh. His fangs were still white when he was like on the side of the glass. I think they've hardened now. Let me have a look. Oh, well, of course he's gone down, down, where I can't see him. But I've just realised he's knocked over his water bowl. I'll have to refill that. But yeah, his fangs should have hardened, but it's still probably going to be like a week or so before I offer him some food, because he's not like huge. It doesn't take quite as long as like with a full adult for the fangs to harden, but you know, still. But I mean, that dubia is there if he's hungry. This I'm not even going to bother trying to show you, because where this is like right here. Yeah, can you hear me? This is my Hypoclastus nilgurinus, my Nilguri dark mustard. This is the kernel, and the kernel is a pet hole. Hardly ever see the kernel. Like, the most I see of him is when he's sort of in this corner, and that's where I found his shed. which I shall show you. So this will be more of the kernel than you will have ever seen. It's certainly about the same of the kernel that I've seen, but here we go. There's the kernel. Yeah, pretty shed though. I mean, how can we get this to... Can you see how cute those little paws are? Those little pads. I mean, if he wasn't like an old world, like, I might bother him a bit more, but you don't want to. You don't want to mess around with old worlds. No. We don't do that here. We don't do the poking things and persuading straws and stuff. We don't mess about on this channel with old worlds. No. But he's quite happy. I know that I put food in and food disappears. So, I mean, what more can you really ask of a pet hole? You give it food and the food disappears on you. There's a flipping fly in here again. Dean Tavaloris. You might be able to see his fangs if I can get the right angle on this. I don't think I'm going to be able to because of reflectiness. No, but his fangs have darkened off, which is good. His bum has shrunk to half its size, so he needs fattening up again, basically, but it's probably not going to be for a little while. Yes, and the only other thing really, I'm going to do some rearranging of some of the enclosures. Like I'm gonna replace substrate and stuff. I have got. Did I bring that enclosure over as well? No, I didn't. I have got a little bit of a problem with springtails at the minute. The springtail population across my collection has exploded. I've got springtails in enclosures like that in which I've never put springtails. They've just gotten in somehow. But some of them, there's just thousands of them in a really small enclosure, and I'm really not sure how on earth this has happened. So I'm going to have to basically take a bunch of my enclosures when I get new substrate, do some substrate replacement to try and bring down the population a bit. Because I mean, it would be fine if there were hundreds and thousands and millions of them in one of the big enclosures, but no, they're all in the small ones. And one of them that's really bad is Desmond, my Neo-Holly Incy, Trinidad olive. Again, scary spider. Didn't really want to have to mess with him. In fact, might just transfer it whole into a new enclosure with a lot more substrate, and all of that's the problem, because oh my god, they're just everywhere, and I have no idea how they've spread like this so fast to all these enclosures where I'm like, how on earth is this population maintaining itself on the leftover scraps that the tarantulas leave behind? Can't fathom it. Cannot fathom it at all. So if anyone's got any advice on dealing with springtail overpopulation, I'd appreciate it. I really would. But yes, that's all for my spider update. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again next time.